Alright guys, Chris, Pixelfish here. As you can see, our range is coming along. We're getting bigger and better with it. So I decided that we would go back and kind of do some refresher videos, do some second looks at some of the guns that we've already reviewed since we got the new setup here. And the first one we're going to go with is the Tokarev TT33. As you can see, I've got my Russian Army issue holster for it here. Comes with, it's dated, you can not really read it. Of course, it's got the cleaning rod and the lanyard and everything for it. So before we start shooting this thing, start getting hot, let's get a close-up look at it and get a better shot of it. Here's the Makarov. As you can see here, it was made in Russia. We've got, came in, looks like it came in through California. That's really the only markings it has on it are the importer's marks. They had to put all this on here. So that's right. And of course it has this crappy add-on safety that nobody likes because they never work. If you can kind of see this, maybe you can. It's got the date here of 1905. The safety unfortunately wore it off. But I do know that these guns stopped being produced in Russia in '53, so it's somewhere between 50 and 53. The one thing I don't really like about it is, because when you take that safety off, it just about comes off with it. But you have to pull the hammer back before you can pull the slide. Of course, you can see it's got a lot of John Browning in it with no guide rod, with just the recoil spring in it. Of course, it's got a lot of John Browning in it everywhere. Looks like the 1911 and the Browning High Power. But it's a nice little gun, and in case you don't know, it shoots the 7.62 by 25 round. Seems like all Russian ammo is 7.62 by something. This round, it does not have a lot of recoil, and it's honestly not that loud. It's probably comparable to about a 9mm in recoil and decibel level. But this is a very fast, very hot round. It's just really surprising how really fast this round moves. So let's get out there and shoot it. The first mag that we're going to put through it is the magazine that came with it. It doesn't match the serial numbers on it, but you can kind of tell that it was original issue. And this other mag that I have is military surplus, but this mag is 8 rounds and the mil surplus one is 7. I don't really know why that is. It says it'll fit it fits, it works fine. It says it was for everything. It's just, you know, something, but let's see what we can do with it. Put the ears in first. Doesn't want to release this mag. Sometimes it doesn't want to seat. There we go. And now it's not wanting to let it go. There we go. Sometimes this mag, it fits it, it works, but sometimes it just doesn't. You gotta kind of get it in there when it's, there's a full round, we are clear. When it's fully loaded, sometimes it doesn't want to seat, and then after you've, sometimes that spring doesn't want to drop it out. It seems to do relatively good here with the magazine that came with it, as far as coming in and out. So it's possible that the military surplus mag was more specifically made for another model of this gun, but it still works, it still feeds it. It's just getting it in there. The gun is pretty accurate. Most of the time I'm not. So, but the gun actually does what you want it to do if you know what you're doing with it. If you're a really good shot, you know, we can definitely get some water out of it. One of the only bad things about this gun, it is an extreme pain to clean. The guide rod in it, well, I'm sorry, there's no guide rod, which is the problem. The recoil spring is longer than the gun itself, and you kind of just have to kind of poke it down in here. I will be doing a video, probably uploaded the same day this was, of the takedown of this gun, how to field strip it and put it back together, and you'll be able to see the pain that you go through to clean this thing. It's just trying to stuff. You got to put the slide back on while holding the spring in and guiding it into it. And the spring is so long it can just bend up and it will fly up out of the gun. So it's fun to shoot, not fun to clean after shooting it. But now that we got some steel, I could pretty much shoot till I run out of ammo, but maybe I shouldn't tempt myself. But there it is, the Tokarev TT33, Russian made. Hope you enjoy the video. If you can find one of these, they're actually, if you get one with the safety on it, they're actually kind of cheap. I got this one for about $100. You get it without the safety, if you're lucky enough to find one, they can be anywhere from $800. But if you can find one, I definitely recommend picking it up. Like the video, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.